1974, a year that blossoms in memory like a sunny garden. Imagining a walk through a tree-lined square in that year is like opening a photo album in sepia tones, where happiness hides in the simplest details. The trees, with their generous canopies, offered cool and welcoming shade, a refuge from the summer heat. The wooden benches, worn by time, invited a peaceful rest, where time seemed to slow down. Children ran and played, their laughter echoing through the square, infecting everyone. With their joy, couples strolled hand in hand, exchanging loving glances, while street vendors offered colorful balloons and cotton candy. A sense of peace and contentment hung in the air, as if time had stopped to celebrate the beauty of life. Happiness manifested itself in spontaneous smiles, tight hugs, and shared moments. Are you looking for a cultural and automotive channel that creates a unique experience for viewers? You've found it. Welcome to the RVC Classic Cars Channel.
O sol ainda não chegou e o relógio há pouco despertou.
Hello friends, welcome to the friendly waves of RVC AM radio. In today's video, we're going back to 1974, a very important year for Brazil. We're now going to talk about the most important events that happened in 1974. On January 15th, General Ernesto Geisel was elected President of Brazil by the Electoral College, obtaining 400 votes against 76 given to opposition candidate Ulysses Guimarães. On February 1st, the country stopped to watch one of the worst fires in Brazilian history, the Joelma building fire, which happened in the city of São Paulo, leaving 191 dead and more than 300 injured. On March 4th, then President Emílio Garrastazu Medici inaugurated the Rio-Niterói Bridge, located in Guanabara Bay in the state of Rio de Janeiro. It was the largest bridge in the world at the time. On July the 1st, the now inaugurated President Ernesto Geisel sanctioned the law that determined the union of the states of Guanabara and Rio de Janeiro. On October 6th, Emerson Fittipaldi won his second Formula One world title, after achieving 4th place in the United States Grand Prix. And now let's remember the songs and singers who stood out the most in 1974. (1974) was also a year of major releases in the Brazilian automotive industry, which is what we are going to see from now on. 1974 was one of the most important years for Volkswagen in Brazil, as it was in that year that the company managed to break its paradigm, adopting for the first time in history a water-cooled engine, which came through the Volkswagen Passat. The brand new Volkswagen, launched in Germany only a year earlier, was launched in September 1974. Immediately, the Passat pleased everyone because of its undeniably charming lines, a masterpiece signed by the master Giorgetto Giugiaro, the same one who designed some of the main Ferrari models. It was very successful here as it was a current project both in its design and in its engine. Front 1.5 liters, 65 horsepower, longitudinal, water-cooled, 4 cylinders in line and overhead. Camshaft driven by a timing belt. Speaking now of Ford, in 1974, the American automaker celebrated the production of the 300,000th Corcel, a 2-door coupe model, on March 25th. On April 23rd, it announced the resumption of tractor manufacturing in Brazil with the construction of a new factory in the São Bernardo complex with an investment of $29.2 million following the development of Brazil. Aimed at export needs, Ford inaugurated on July 2, 1974, the OHC 4-cylinder engine factory in the Taubaté industrial complex, with the presence of the governor of São Paulo, Laudo Natel. In '74, Chrysler's attention was still focused on the Dodge 1800. In that year, the vehicle received more attention, especially in manufacturing and quality control, in addition to an English carburetor from the famous company SU. Another important launch of the year 1974 was the station wagon of the Opala line, the Caravan, which arrived with force. Planned for a long time, the Chevrolet Opala Caravan station wagon finally arrived to compete in an increasingly tempting market. Also in '74, the Puma GTO was presented, an acronym that was later changed to GTB. It was one of the big stars of the motor show of the same year. Luxurious and expensive, it had the Opala 6-cylinder engine. Designed by Gurgel, the Itaipu was an electric car for urban use with rechargeable batteries at simple light points. It was a very advanced car for its time. After buying FNM, Alfa Romeo redesigns the old JK and relaunches it with the name Alfa Romeo 2300, with a completely new style, better mechanics, disc brakes on all 4 wheels. It was a great Alfa Romeo. The Mini Puma project also did not reach the assembly lines. An ultra-compact car for 2 people with a 2-cylinder engine, which could do up to 20 kilometers per liter in urban use.
Você já viu um Dani cantar que nem galo? É assim, ó. Pega um Dani de coco, baunilha, de chocolate, qualquer um. Esvazia o potinho. Agora é só fazer um furinho aqui atrás. Passa um barbante, dá um nó, passa um pouco de vela e pronto. Você já viu um Dani cantar que nem galo? É assim, ó.
Dani é Danone. Bom demais.
É um novo sucesso que surge. Passat.
Enlouqueci desde que te vi.
A beleza do Passat foi criada por inteiro.
E os meus olhos ficam sorrindo e pelas ruas vão te seguindo.
O Passat é uma potência em desempenho. Na ultrapassagem, por exemplo, ele vai de 80 a 120 em segundos.
Mas mesmo assim, foges de mim.
E tudo isso com 12 km por litro.
Se todos fossem iguais a você, que maravilha viver.
Você merece conhecer o sucesso. Passat.
Guardarei seu nome então, sempre no meu coração.
The GT Adamo, an evolution of the prototype born in 1968, was the great attraction of the factory at the 1974 Motor Show. Presented at the 1972 Motor Show, the MP Leifer returns to the 74 show, when its small-scale production effectively begins. Also launched in 1974, the Volkswagen Beetle 1600S, which became known as Super Fuscão or Big Beetle, stood out for the air intake on the hood. It didn't last long on the market. Regarding the sales ranking, the Volkswagen Brasilia was the car that had the highest growth compared to the year 73. With 145%, the model was the biggest highlight of 1974. The also newcomer Chevrolet Chevette had its second highest growth. In 74, it obtained a growth of 138%, closely followed by the Volkswagen Combi with a growth of 45%. So that's it, folks. We'd like to thank all the friends who watched our video so far. If you haven't liked it yet, don't forget to leave your like, share it with your friends too. And if you're not yet subscribed to our channel, subscribe. And until the next video.